Hi FlossTube, this is Laurel, and I'm here to do my March WIP update. Still on the stash diet, no purchases, but I do have a finish, and I have a start, and I have a little bit of progress on another WIP. So first, the finish, which I'm very excited about because I was really ready to be done with her. I finished, I'll give you 3 guesses what it is. I finished Bluebell. Here's my pretty fairy here. So I'm glad she's done. I enjoyed working on her. For the most part, I got kind of, I would get kind of bored at some points. I got tired of the skirt towards the end. I got a little frustrated with the umbrella because I kept having to frog it. Got a little bored with the wings with the straight lines of blue. But for the most part, I enjoyed it. And now that she's done, I just love her. Yeah, she's very, it doesn't come across on the camera, but she's very sparkly. She's got a lot of beads. I wasn't sure when I saw the picture, and I saw that there were these large clear beads. I wasn't really sure about that. Let me see if I can get a close-up. See in the umbrella there, they've got those large clear beads, and I was a little disappointed. I wasn't really sure why Nora had chosen to use those. I was expecting like blue beads or something that would blend in a little more. I didn't really understand why she was using such large beads. But when I started putting them in, I realized, oh, they're supposed to be raindrops. And you can tell by, well, they're large and they're clear. And just the way she had placed them, if it was raining, these are the places where they would naturally, they would naturally be. They would, they would be on the, on the petals, and they would collect over here. You can see here, there's several of them where they would collect. They would run down her umbrella and collect at the bottom. And they would, they would collect on her, wings, and they would drip off the edge of her wings. And there's one over here that's dripping off the bottom of her umbrella and on the bottom of her skirt. So after I realized that, oh, they're raindrops, I'm like, that makes sense. So now I'm okay with it. I wasn't sure at first, but now I think it's cool. And she's very sparkly. Her wings are sparkly, and she's just got a lot of beading and a lot of bling on her. And I love her. I'm very glad to have her done. And at some point, money's a little bit tight at the moment, but at some point I'm going to send her to Jill Rensel and have Jill Rensel frame her. So that's my finish for the month. I finished her on March 22nd, and so that's my finish. Nora Corbett's Bluebell. I started her on March 4th, 2013. So she's a little more than 2 years old. And that's my first finish for 2015. So I'm very excited about that. So the next thing I started working on, and I didn't bring it, I made my Legends of the Dragons, my work project. And I'm just working on the border there at work. And I didn't bring it home. I forgot to bring it home. It's at work, but there's not a lot to see anyway. I'll just show you on here that last time, you can go back in my other videos. I have it in a couple of the other videos, but I had done the this is hard to do backwards. I had done the left border on the left side, and so my progress was I just made a little bit of progress on the bottom of the border here, right here, and I actually had to do some frogging there. Those quarter stitches are killing me because quarter stitches, if you put 2 quarter stitches together like this, they make a full stitch, or like a half stitch. But just because you have a half stitch here, or what looks like a half stitch, doesn't necessarily mean that your next full cross stitch is going to be immediately, or exactly parallel to it. Usually your full cross stitch is going to sort of be between them, and your full cross stitch, the leg is going to be where the 2 stitches meet, and it's going to go this way or that way. It's not going to be, like the next stitch over. So I've had a lot of problems with placing whole stitches next to quarter stitches, and they're one thread up or one thread down, or they touch the quarter stitches, and so hopefully I'll get the hang of that and I won't have to frog quite so much. So that's been a little frustrating, but I'm glad to be working on it again. I'm looking forward to making progress on it and getting to the dragons, and having a completed Legends of the Dragons. And it would be my first large TW finish. So far the only TW I finished is the Grapes ornament that I finished last year. And so I'm looking forward to having a large finish on a TW. And then I made a new start this month. I had signed up in the Sampler World group for their they have 2 stitch-alongs. They have the His Eye is on the Sparrow stitch-along by Heartstring Samplery, and they have the Strawberry Fields Forever stitch-along by the who's the designer of Strawberry Fields Forever? The Blackbird Designs. That's who it is. And so I am not quite ready to tackle His Eye is on the Sparrow. It's large, and I'm hoping to get to that maybe this summer. I want to finish some more existing WIPs before I add a new large piece. So I'm not quite ready to tackle that. But Strawberry Fields Forever is smaller than Bluebell, and it's an easy stitch, and so I thought I'm going to start that, and I'm going to work on that, and you know, as a break for my TW. My other TW WIP is going to be Trade Winds. So this will be my sort of, I need a break from TW confetti and blends and fractional stitches. So I started Strawberry Fields Forever, and I haven't gotten very far on it. I've probably only worked on it about an hour or 2 hours so far, but this is where I've gotten on it so far. And this is just the as you can see, the one chimney on the house and a little bit of the roof. That's all I've done. I'm hoping to work on it some more this weekend, get a little further on it, but I expect it to be a fun stitch, and I expect it to go pretty quickly. So that's where I'm at. My first finish this year, yay! And my first start, and hopefully my first of only 2 starts. I'm kind of aiming not to start anything else other than Strawberry Fields and His Eye is on the Sparrow. I did say that if I got to 29 WIPs, I could make a large start. I don't really think that's going to happen. It might, but I doubt it. If I do get there, the start will probably be Chatelain's Fairy Flower Garden. But I'll be surprised if that happens. I really will. I don't think I'm going to get there. But so that's it for this month, and I hope you guys are all having a great stitching month. I'm still enjoying watching all your videos and looking at all your progress and all your projects on FlossTube and on Cross Stitch and Discuss and other places in Facebook where you guys are posting. So I hope you're having a great stitching day, and I will see you next month. Bye.